Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday Minutes. The Fed dialogue continues. We know tapering is coming. As we write in our weekly piece, we seem to be splitting hairs. Could it be a September announcement if the September employment report follows what we saw last month? We favor personally, as we write in our weekly, more of a November announcement timeline, early November meeting. Gives the Fed a couple of more employment reports. If you listen to Powell, if you listen to Brainard, certainly Kashkari over the weekend, Chicago Fed President Evans, saying they'd like to see a couple of more reports. In our weekly, we write about Kaplan. We've been pretty steadfast on this tapering process. We think it should begin sooner than later, but we do think the Fed wants to be very methodical. They want to telegraph it. They probably want a little more time in terms of looking at some of this data. But either way, like we said, it's coming. We know tapering is coming. What's probably most important, and we saw this following the June meeting when the Fed made their pivot, kicked off by New York Fed President Williams, was the separation of tapering from liftoff, rate increases. Something historically the Fed has been focused on. We know markets will look ahead once that tapering announcement is out there in the marketplace. The next logical step will be the funds rate, the liftoff. Very important component when you look at terminal funds. You look at that terminal funds rate. You look at the forward OIS curve, 5-year forward, 5-year. We've written about this extensively over the last 6 months. Very powerful in terms of long-term interest rates. You look at where the 10-year is relative to that 5-year forward. The Fed, either way, we know tapering is coming. A big part of this discussion has been and will continue to be the separation of tapering from rate increases. Even Dallas Fed President Kaplan, who's been more on the hawkish side, said last week that just because he penciled in a 2022 rate increase in the dot plot doesn't mean that that is where the economy will be at and that is where his head will be at when that decision time comes. This week, very busy on the ground. We've got a ton of data, retail sales, a slew of housing data. We've got another claims number. We certainly have the FOMC minutes midweek. Wishing everyone a great week. I'm Greg Faranello, head of U.S. rates for Amerivet Securities.